everybody, welcome back to another Flipping Tables. I am still Sean.
And I think I'm still Tegan.
You are.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
On today's episode of Flipping Tables, we have a game that's coming to Game Crafter. They're going to have a flash sale for it very soon, so be sure to check the link down below. It is for Viscera. This is a 2 to 4 player. I should probably say, no, it is 6 players.
It is 6.
6 players, card game. It is a dungeon delver. So you're fighting monsters, you're rolling dice to see who gets the most victory points at the end. So let's have a look at the cards. So we have the setup here. This is the basic setup for the game. We have
super simple to set up.
Very simple. We have an item deck. We start the market with 3 item cards. We have the monster deck, and we start with 3 monsters. And when the game is over, once you get through the entire monster deck, and then you add up your victory points, and each monster has a victory point underneath it. That's going to count at the end if you defeat that monster. There's the monster's health right there, and then when you defeat it, you also get gems. And this is the currency in the game, are these gems used to purchase items. It's really that simple.
Yeah.
We have a great set of dice here. Now the base game is going to come with the same type of dice, but the regular pip dice, 5 black dice, 1 red. You're going to use the black dice to roll, and the red comes in special occasions. I highly recommend, it's an optional purchase.
These are so much prettier.
Highly recommend you purchase these extra dice because they look much nicer. They also have symbols on the 1 and 6. Because if you rolled a 1,
it's a miss.
That's a miss. If you roll a 6, it shows a gem symbol, because if you rolled 3 of those, you get an extra gem. If you roll 4, you get 2 gems, and so on. So the more gems you roll, the more gems you're going to get.
And the 6 does not have a value towards combat as well. So the 5 is the highest you're going to be able to get. So
2, 3, 4, and 5 are your combat values.
Battle points.
So I highly recommend you and I don't know the price on it, but I would recommend getting these dice versus these ones. I just think the quality is just so much nicer.
They're much prettier dice.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I don't know. I don't know if it makes a difference. And obviously, it doesn't make a difference in the gameplay, but it feels like it should.
It should, exactly.
It feels like, I'm rolling these. They've got a better feel than the regular die for some reason. Yeah. It's probably mental, but that's what it is.
You're going to take turns. The first stage is everybody starts with one gem.
One gem.
And so you can purchase something from the market. So you could purchase the bomb, which is an item. This is a one-use item, consumable. Discard one of your opponent's equipped cards. You can just throw a bomb at your opponents. You can equip armor, and you can equip weapons up to 2 hands worth of weapons. So in this case, this is a 2-handed weapon.
2 left hands.
So that is the only one you can have equipped. There are other weapons that are only a single hand, so you could have 2 of them.
2 of them. So you can have an axe and a sword, or 2 swords, or a wand and a sword.
So this will add to your dice roll. So if for example I had these 2 cards and I equipped them, I would go into battle already with 4, and I would only need to roll. Say I'm going after Baba Yaga here. I would roll my dice, and it's much like there's a lot of those games where you can roll up to 3 times.
Yeah, it's a Yahtzee style.
It's a Yahtzee style.
So you're rolling and you're taking the results you want to keep. You can misses are automatic misses. Any other rolls can be, even if you've saved them, can be put back into the pool for re-rolling that 3rd time.
Right. Misses you cannot re-roll, obviously. So you have to declare at the beginning, okay, I'm going to go after Baba Yaga. Okay, so I then roll the die, and I'm going in with 4, so I really need to roll 12 to defeat her.
Yeah.
Right, so I roll, I take those 2 misses, I throw them out, because I cannot re-roll them. So I can still roll a 12 with 3 dice, so I'm going to try again. I don't know why you
keep that 5, maybe. You should have kept the 5.
I should have kept the 5. Let's keep the 5.
The 5's the highest you're going to get, so you're not going to want to re-roll that.
3 misses and a 4. I only got 9, so I did not defeat Baba Yaga. It stays in there. And then after, you would replace the items.
Your refresh phase, your end phase.
Yep, and then it would go to Tico's turn, and he would purchase, or he would decide who he's going to attack. And you go through until this deck is gone. When you do, if I did defeat, I would simply take it and put it in my stack of defeated enemies.
Victory pile.
Yeah, so my victory pile would be over here, and once we're done, we add up our victory points.
Yeah, and as you go through the deck, there's some, like the Baba Yaga, for example, on reveal has an effect that would take place. There's a few of them that are on defeat that take place.
So on Baba Yaga, actually, it says reveal consumables may not be played while Baba Yaga is in the lineup. So this, if you had this bomb in your hand, you couldn't use it while Baba Yaga is there. Defeat, draw an item card. So once you defeat the goblin, you get to actually draw an item card into your hand.
Yeah, I mean, there's some that are good for you on defeat. There's some that are the reveals that are good or bad for everybody involved.
Reveal. All players move their gem one player to the right. So I lost all my gems to Tico because that came out.
Yeah, yeah. There's another interesting element. Each of the monsters have a element that is associated with them.
Right.
So you can get weapons that are going to do damage to said element. So the landslide hammer, looks like a hammer. Yep. Is +2 damage, and it's earth damage. So if that earth damage is going against, I believe it is water, a water creature, it is
fire. Fire defeats water.
It's on the
sorry. Water defeats fire. Fire defeats land or earth, and earth defeats water.
Right. So that is worth an extra attack power against water-based creatures.
So if I went against the Hydra with my landslide, not only do I get the +2 of the landslide, I get a +1 bonus because it's a water weapon against. It is a land weapon against a water monster. Monster creature. So
monster creature.
Yeah, there's additional things in there it's called elemental damage.
Yeah.
I thought this was great. This was really fun. It's
fun,
if you're doing
fast.
2 players, it's pretty long because
it's a long game because it is a large deck of things. Because the deck is that big because it is a 6 player. So that'll go pretty quick in a 6-player game.
I would suggest as a 2-player game, you maybe do half the deck.
Yeah. You figure it out, make a house roll if they don't add one in at some point. Make a house roll saying, we're going to deal off the top 50 cards, and that's what we're going to fight against.
If it's that many. Yeah, exactly. Like partway through, he's like, okay, you know what, let's just do 2 more, and then we're done. Because it was going pretty long, even with the 2 of us.
Even the back for that, we did spend a lot of time trying to take out that Terrak. There was one of the creatures that came onto the board of Terror that it had 0 health. The defeat condition was to roll
3 failures.
3 failures.
Which I just did.
Which we managed. Like Sean had managed to do that the 2 turns before, twice against a creature that needed, needed 20 damage. And then could we do that after that? Nope.
Not at all.
Couldn't do it again.
So that is Viscera, and that is on GameCrafter. So go check that out. The link is down below. But keep an eye out because there's going to be a flash sale on this game as well. I really enjoyed it. It's a really fun, really quick, bring it to the table, get playing almost immediately game.
Yeah, easy to learn.
Very easy to learn, and I think really fun. Almost sort of in the vein of a Munchkin, only it's just not. You're not trying to screw your enemies. You're just trying to get the most victory points.
There's a few cards in there that
there are cards where you can screw
take that elements to them, but it's fun. It's I don't know. I found it very fun, and even when you failed the dice roll, it didn't.
You don't care. Yeah, you're like
you didn't feel that punch because there's no negatives. If you don't defeat, it's just you pass the die and you move on. So you're not getting beat up and knocked down the entire time.
Right. You're not losing anything by failing. You just don't defeat the monster, and it just prolongs the game, really.
Yeah.
So again, Viscera, check it out. I win.
Just barely, though.
Oh, look at all those numbers.
Look at that.
Those are numbers.
All right, so I'm going to use that plus that. That's 12. There's 14, and there's 16.
So you defeated the Hydra. Well done. And the armored bear. Not at the same time.
Boar.